You've probably been working on a business for about maybe 1 or 2 years, or maybe you've been on just the entrepreneur path for maybe 1, 2, or 3 years and nothing's actually happened yet. You're still in the same spot as you were when you started, and your bank account hasn't changed dramatically, and you're still making the same amount a week, you're still working the same hours at work. And these are all the thoughts and realizations that I had throughout my journey. And I actually wanted to make a video quickly sitting outside while the sun's out to make a video on telling a bit of a story and a realization with those things I was talking about. And so for me, I had those thoughts all the time, and I found that my biggest downfall was actually a concept that Alex Hormozi talks about, and also on top of that, a community group that I'm in. We have calls throughout the week, and one of the calls I had recently, we were talking about the concept called the woman in the red dress. So that's something that Hormozi uses, and he's quoted that from a movie. And so basically what it is our biggest downfall is not being able to resist the temptation of opportunity that's in our similar lane, or shiny object syndrome, which you might know it as. And so for any of you out there, and for me as well, and I'm going to tell a hard truth here, and so if you're soft, you can click off the video, but for me, I had to overcome this hard truth as well. And the fact is that we're not where we want to be because we've been so inconsistent and actually lazy to endure one venture. And we decided to actually bounce from one idea to another. And so I'm a prime example of that. Where I first started, I initially thought it'd be a good idea to drop ship fitness products. And so I was doing that for maybe 6 weeks. Saw no results. I wasn't at 10K a month yet, even though I had no foundational knowledge, which I'm sure you can all relate with. Then after that, decided to move into, I hit the gym quite recently because I'd started looking into business on YouTube, and people started saying, use what you got, rather than actually building your own skill set so you have more to work with. And I started to realize that, I go to the gym, meaning that was the only healthy kind of pillar in my life at that time. And so I thought, let me be a fitness trainer at 17, 18. And so I decided to do that for a little bit more consistently, and had that for about 3 months, nothing. So I quit. And I realized that looking back at that now, I could have actually just drop shipped and just cycled through winning products, and I'd probably have a lot of money at the moment. I probably would have been successful. I probably wouldn't be here now making this video, and I'd probably be making a video talking about how you just got to stick to one business venture. And that's exactly what I'm thinking about now. And that's the realization I'm at now. And it took me all those failed ventures, from drop shipping to fitness coaching, also a bit of SMMA attempt in between, but that's just, same story as the other ones. You try it, doesn't work out, within 90 days you give up because you see the gurus make it. Even though the biggest thing that we forget is that the people that preach these business models on the internet and are telling you how to get 10K a month in 60 days, how to get 10K a month in 90 days, or how to land your first client in 30 days, these are people that have a foundation of knowledge behind them that has been backed up from years of reading, minutes of YouTube videos, and so many countless mistakes and errors that have either costed them effort, time, and money. And all they're showing us is actually the end result of where everything can be slapped together, and it's the final systemized and optimized process to get to where we all want to go. And for us, we can't comprehend that, because there's no point giving me a car if I don't have a driver's license. Because I can't drive it. I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to park it. I don't know how to reverse. I don't know how to drive. I don't even know road laws, right? I do, but this is just an example, right? And we'll run with it. So what's the point of getting an expensive car, a successful business, and giving it to someone who has no foundational knowledge? And so this is where a lot of the gurus I watch online, or used to watch, actually have led me down a path of, one, teaching me this concept, which is good, but actually wasted a lot of time with me thinking if I just hopped from business to business, one was bound to work. But I had the same beliefs and the same mindset. And so the fact that I'm in a position now where I've learnt heaps, but physically and on a financial level, not much has changed. But that's a good thing, because I make this video now because although I haven't done anything and there's no wins on the board, and I'm still in a normal lifestyle as a kid my age, and I'm just using the time I have to just put in the work and study and build on the one business I'm doing now, it allows me to realize that there's going to be people that watch this video and maybe they might click on it as their first video before all the 10K a month gurus, which I hope to, because eventually that, if I can stop someone from making the same mistakes and actually jumping from 3-4 business models and actually them working on one venture in 2 years instead of 3 or 4 ventures in 2 years, they're gonna jump the queue in the competition so much. And I'm not jealous about this fact because I'm confident in the journey I'm heading at the moment. And I'm sure when 5 years and everything's said and done, I'll be even more confident because there'll be results from this work. But I just look at where I'm at now and see where I was. And I know that I haven't got any wins on the board, but I look at the things that I can speak on. And this channel is obviously only going to have things I have lived through and experiences I have actually experienced, rather than preaching different models and ideologies that I've just seen online and then haven't even tried myself. And so the idea of avoiding the temptation of the woman in the red dress, the girl that walks by you and catches your attention, so you follow her instead of focusing on the woman in front of you, businesses, and the woman being the business in this example, right? And so if there's one thing I can't stress enough, it's the fact that just stay in your own lane and keep your head down on what you're actually focused on. Because typically what you're focused on, you're already passionate about, or even you're just passionate about the end goal. So there's passion there already. And then you're focusing on that because you may have some sort of advantage in that space, whether you're an expert in it or maybe you have the want to learn more about that field. And so being an expert or wanting to become an expert in that field is going to give you so much of an advantage to the people who are spreading themselves thin and only giving themselves about 90 days to try the idea. When you're looking in decades and you're looking at the bigger picture and focusing on years of effort rather than months and days. Because when you have this mindset, it's the idea that you're going to be financially free. You're just waiting and cashing in on when. And once you come to peace with the idea that you will, and it's only a matter of time, working on one business model and not seeing results within 90 days is not a bad thing, because you start to focus on where the wins actually are, the knowledge, the mistakes made, how quickly you can overcome hurdles, what kind of systems you put in place. Because we fall short to the systems we put in place in our lives. And I've started to learn that. And the reality is, if you can systemize everything and actually stay in your own lane, keep your head down in the trenches and not venture off to where the grass you think is greener. Because the reality is the grass is greener where you actually water it, not where you go. Because everyone else is watering their own grass. That's why it looks greener. Not because the grass is just naturally green before they got there. So yeah, stay in your own lane. Because I've already made those mistakes and I'm not making that mistake again. And so hopefully someone clicks on this video and thinks the exact same thing. And maybe I've stopped someone from making those mistakes. And that will make me happy. But with that said, the rain is probably going to start coming soon, so I'm heading inside. And otherwise I'll keep waffling. So we'll leave it there for today.